Hi, this is Mike from Blue Road Home Music with a tutorial on how to integrate a Reason Arpeggiator into the Logic sequencer. In the past, I've done a couple videos on how to integrate Reason into the Logic sequencer, which you can visit here if you want to see more explanation on that. When using the arpeggiator, though, in Reason, there's one extra step you have to do, which I didn't show you in the last video. So this is if you want to take it a step further. Again, you can go see the older videos if you need more of an explanation on how to get Reason working into Logic. I've already done that, so I'm going to move through it kind of fast, at least to that point, and then we'll get to the arpeggiator and I'll explain those couple extra steps actually. All right, so I've already got an instance of Logic set up here, so I'm just going to create an external MIDI instrument like we do, and then I'm going to go ahead and open Reason. Again, you always open Logic first. Okay, then Reason. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tab. And I'm going to go into the back here. I'm going to get rid of these like I always do. And let's create a new instrument. And I think for this we'll use the Subtractor analog synth. And we'll just keep this patch right here, which is the bass guitar. And then again, of course, you always have to change this to 3 and 4. This is a mono instance of an instrument. There's only one output, but anyway, it's the same. Okay, so we're in 3 and 4 again. So we're gonna go back, and now we can go back into Logic and get this set up like we usually do. So I'm gonna go into Reason here, select the bass guitar, which is from that, and then of course we're gonna close out of our library, go into here, create our auxiliary channel strip, set that to 0, and then select 3 and 4. Okay, so now here we are. Okay, so I can play it on my keyboard now. So all that stuff we've looked over before. Now we want to take it a step further, and let's say that we want to incorporate an arpeggiator to this in Reason. So we go back to Reason here. I'm going to go into my utilities here, and I really like this monophonic arpeggiator. So let's say I want to use that. I'm going to go ahead and just add that, right? Like you would normally in Reason. Set that to pattern mode. One thing you got to do is double check, hit tab, and then sometimes this connects automatically, sometimes it doesn't. But if it doesn't, I'm going to show you here. We need to connect. We need to connect the gate CV out to the gate, and then the note CV out to the CV. Pretty self-explanatory, but that's going to connect this arpeggiator to the Subtractor analog synth. So now I'm just going to like if I play right now, you can hear that it's arpeggiating, and now I'll mess with the arpeggiator itself. Cool, right? And we can do the 4 octave, or maybe the 2 octave, which is kind of cool, right? Okay, so now we got that set up in Reason, so cool. And come back into Logic, and now when I play I'm just going to play one note on my keyboard here, and you'll see the arpeggiator's working. Okay, so let's go ahead and record this in. Okay, cool. So that's just one note. Again, I'll show you here. You can see down here, it's just one long note. Actually, came in a little early there, but okay. So you can see that's all one note, right? So you heard the arpeggiator, right? Now, check this out. I'm going to play it back. Okay, you can see a definite problem there. When we play it back, we don't hear the arpeggiator. That is because, let's go back into Reason here. And I want you to take note what this ARP is right here on the timeline. If you notice, it says ARP 1, right? Okay, so now let's go back into Logic. Here's where that extra step comes in. And I know it's a little weird, but See how we were selected to bass guitar, which was this was the patch for the subtractor synth. But now we have to connect it to ARP1. So let's go back into Logic and we go into Reason. And you see down here it says ARP1. We're going to select that. That's the extra step. Now I'm going to close out of the library here and let's go ahead and play. And there you go. So now you have the ability to play the ARP. One thing I'm going to tell you once again, just to remind everybody, if you notice, I'm gonna disarm the record. I'm gonna unenable the record function here. So now when I play my keyboard, I shouldn't hear anything. Guess what? I still do. And again, the reason is for that. The reason is we go back into Reason. It's this little triangle thing here. Just move this triangle up to the transport. Okay. And now when I play my keyboard, you won't hear anything. And we'll go back. So now when you in record enable, you hear it. Unrecord enable, you don't hear it. Okay, so again, and then you can just keep adding sounds and arpeggiators. And if you want to see that, I can do that really quick too. So let's add a new one just so you can see. I'm going to add another external instrument here. And then let's go back into Reason and let us add, let's do another subtractor analog synth. And again, we have to connect this properly. It's going to default to 1. So we're going to move that to 5 and 6. Okay, and then we'll go back into Logic really quick here and get this set up. So go into Library, and I'm going to select bass guitar. That's the second bass guitar, not the first one. On the first one, that's the second one. And again, I'll just show you that in Reason because I'm using the same patch. So here's 1 bass guitar, here's 2 bass guitar, right? Okay, so we'll go back in and we'll select the second one for this one and for this track. And then of course we're gonna go in our mixer and we'll create a new auxiliary channel, and then we will go to 0 to 10 there. And this is going to be Reason outputs 5 and 6. Okay. So now, again, great, we're all set. Now, let's go back into Reason. Let's add a second arpeggiator. Go up into Utilities here, like this. And again, going to follow the same steps. We're going to do this is to the second subtractor. Okay. CV, there we go. Okay. And now we're all set in Logic. So now we can record. And I'm just going to keep this one straight. It's kind of cool with the, again, it's all one note. It's kind of cool with the straight against the syncopated. So again, now I'm going to play. But you don't hear the second one because again, we got to go. And if you'll notice, there's an ARP2. Let's go back into Reason really quick and you'll see ARP2. So this one is ARP2. Okay. And again, we'll move this up to transport. We don't need to hear stuff when we don't have record enabled. So let's go back into Logic. And again, for this track, let's select ARP2. Now, when we play everything back, voila, there you go. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So again, kind of a weird extra step that you have to do. Again, you see this is ARP1, this is ARP2. You have to actually select the ARPs instead of the patch of the instrument itself. So if you can get past that, it's pretty simple and self-explanatory. So then you should be able to use your arpeggiators in Reason as much as you like. So anyway, I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please like it, and please subscribe. And also, if you have any questions or comments, just leave them and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. With that, keep enjoying playing music, and this is Mike signing off.